Hello everyone, welcome to the introduction to cloud computing class. This is a introduction class for our entire 6-week training program that is for AWS Data Engineer. Since today's introduction class will not be doing much practicals today. Today we'll be knowing about what is cloud computing, why do we need that. At the same time we'll try to introduce each other and we'll try to know each other. And after that, tomorrow onwards every class will be fully practical class, because at the end of today's class we will be creating a free trial AWS account. That means tomorrow onwards I will show you everything practically on my trial account, and same is applicable to you. You can try the same thing practically on your trial account. Not during the class, I don't recommend that. During the class you should concentrate on what I am explaining, what I am demonstrating. After the class, definitely as per your convenience, you can try doing these things practically on your trial account. Okay, so let's start with quick introduction round from everyone, and at the end I will introduce myself, and then we will be starting with today's class. Okay, so I will request one by one to unmute yourself and then you can start. So let's start with Deepti. So Deepti, could you please unmute yourself and have a quick introduction?
Yeah, hi everyone, this is Deepti. So currently I'm working as a junior network engineer. So I would like to shift my career to data engineering side or cloud side. So I've done my AWS certification as well. So just wanted to know more about cloud. I want to get more into it. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thanks Deepti. Madhu?
Hi. 1 minute, please.
Yeah, sure. Okay, let's jump to another one. We will come back to Madhu again. Satish, could you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi Neeraj. So I have around 10 years experience. So currently I'm working on on-prem, like a Spark related thing. So I got a new opportunity to work on the cloud. So I have some basic idea and also I just want to explore more into the AWS. So yeah, that's it.
Okay, thanks Satish. Rajesh?
Hi, Neeraj. As you know, this is Rajesh. I have 12 years of IT experience. Initially, I was working as a ETL developer, but from past 4 years, I'm working as a data engineer. But it was like Spark and Scala majorly, and even with Python. I'm interested with the AWS data engineer because even I do have a little AWS knowledge, so I wanted to explore the AWS, and even I'm planning to shift into AWS data engineering. Thank you.
Okay.
Hi,
That's
Neeraj.
And I'm
Hi, team.
currently
Good
in
morning.
United States.
Yeah,
uh,
myself, Madhu.
yes, Madhu,
Sorry,
please go
go
ahead.
ahead, please. Yeah, myself, Madhu. I'm working as a data stage engineer, means data warehouse, as a part of the ETL tool. Okay, I have 10 plus years experience. Currently working on Bank of America. I have to move my flat from AWS. So that's why I joined.
Okay, thanks Madhu for your introduction. Let's move to the
Thank
next
you. Yeah.
candidate, Sandeep.
Hi, Neeraj. Currently working as an automation engineer from past 3 years, living in Bangalore. That's
Okay, thank you. Shad? Shad, could you please unmute yourself and just quickly introduce? Okay, next move to the next one, Sridhar. Sridhar, you are not audible. Sridhar, you are not audible. Maybe if you want, you can just send your introduction on the chat. I will read it for you. In the meantime, let's move to Venkat.
Hello, everyone. This is Venkat. I've been in IT industry for the past 10 years, primarily on the business intelligence side, ETL and reporting, and wanted to switch my career to AWS Cloud Engineer.
Okay, that's good. Thank you. So I think we are done with introduction from everyone, and uh, Sridhar has joined back. Let's give him a one more chance.
Hi, all. Do you hear me now, Neeraj?
Yes, Sridhar, you are perfectly audible. Please go ahead.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Some glitches there. Okay. So, hi all. My name is Sridhar, and I'm in US. Basically, I'm coming from automation background, so I have the experience in cloud, AWS cloud also. Basically, I'm looking to change from automation to data engineering side. So I've seen some of the videos. I like it. So hopefully, I will excel from here. Yeah, that's it from my end.
Okay, thanks, Sridhar, for your quick introduction. Okay, so thanks
Yeah.
everyone for your introduction, and let me introduce myself. So my name is Neeraj, and I'm into IT industry from last more than 18 years. I started my career long back with Java. For few years, I worked on Java. After that, for few years, I worked on web applications, and then I moved to Hadoop and big data. If you have heard about these terms like Hadoop, HBase, Hive, Pig, Scoop, all this thing. So around 10 years back, it was on boom. Hadoop was on boom, and I was working on that. And if I talk about my last 5 to 6 years, starting from like 2017 or 18, I'm working on AWS as a solution architect. Okay, along with this IT experience, I have around 10 year of experience on training as well. When I jumped into Hadoop, that was on boom, and I was providing Hadoop training at that point of time. Around 5 years I provided Hadoop training, and from now last 5 years I'm into AWS training. So along, I'm a full-time working professional, and along with that, in India early morning, that is US evening time, I conduct AWS training as well, so that I can share my knowledge with all of you, like working professionals or the people who just came out from their engineering, and the people who are planning to switch their career. I just share the knowledge with them. Okay, so if I talk about my certification, I'm AWS certified professional solution architect. And in between, around COVID time, I got an opportunity to work on a Google Cloud as well, GCP, Google Cloud Platform. There I got myself certified as professional cloud architect. So that's all about me. And now, coming to our training program. So today is the only class where I will be showing only slides. But tomorrow onwards, each and everything we will be doing on our trial account. But today's class, let's try to understand different aspect of training. It's not about directly jumping on the technical stuff. Let's try to understand what AWS is, what cloud is. Can I learn cloud because I'm not coming from a programming background? All these things we will be talking about today, so that we are very much clear whether this training is a good fit for my profile or not. And tomorrow onwards, definitely we'll be jumping into the technical stuff. Okay, so let's try to make this session as interactive as possible. I don't I'm just speaking like a teacher and you guys are listening like students. Let's not do that, because all are working professional, right? So let's make it interactive. At any point of time, if you have any doubt, please feel free to stop me. And it's not always about doubts. You may be having something to share with everyone, right? You may know something which I'm not aware, because it is very dynamic. Every day new tools, new technologies are coming. If you know it is something, and if you want to share with everyone, please feel free to do that. Okay, so let's start with today's class. So the agenda for today's class is: what is cloud computing, cloud service providers, cloud service model, benefits of cloud computing, limitation of cloud computing, and AWS trial account creation. We'll explore all these things one by one, starting with what is cloud computing. Whenever we say cloud, what exactly is that? Cloud is nothing but a set of systems which are placed somewhere globally. I mean, I'm accessing it remotely, That's remote for me, but at some point, I mean, at some place on the world, in some country, in some data center, the server is placed over there. The good part is I don't have to be physically over there, or the system does not need to be physically with me. I can remotely connect to that server and I can work on that. That's the purpose of a cloud. Okay. The good part is it's on demand self service. It's like whatever you need, you can customize it. It's like when you are going to Subway and you are saying, I want this particular, you can say, bread, and I want this type of dressing and this type of sauce, and everything it's under your control. You tell what exactly you are looking for, and they will quickly make it for you. Same thing is here, because I am taking something on rent. I'm not buying it, right? That means I can customize it. And before we jump into this technical word side, I usually take an example when I conduct a demo class. Let me use the same example. Suppose you are a group of friends, 5 friends, and you are planning a trip to Goa. So you can reach Goa by bus, by flight, anything, right? As soon as you reach Goa, the next thing is you need a car to explore over there. Now there are two options. You can buy the car over there. Is that a good idea? No. Buying a car in a new city and completing all the formalities, and that's not a good idea. You hardly need the car for 5 days, 1 week. Once your trip is over, you don't need the car in Goa. The good option is there are so many car renting companies. You go there, find out the car, whatever is your budget, right? Sometimes we may not have budget to buy that car, but definitely for 7 days we can take it on rent. That's possible. Once you take the car on rent, the next question is, what about driver? Are you guys ready to drive by yourself? Or maybe you are all together in party mode and you don't want to drive. You know the driving, but you don't want to drive at that point of time. So the same car renting company can provide the driver also. The only thing is they will be charging separately. They will be taking rent for the car, they will be charging for the driver daily basis. And now on top of that, you may say that I need one more guy, I need a guide who can help us to explore the beautiful places, who can help us to buy the different packages, and help in the local whatever is required, right? Because the guide may be local and he can help you. So the more service you are looking for, the more you need to pay. And it's completely up to you. You can customize. If you just want the car, drive by yourself, want to explore by yourself, you just need to pay for the car only. You don't need to pay for driver and guide. Okay. Why I'm giving this example? Because cloud service provider works so exactly on the same model. That means you don't need to buy the servers. You may need the server for some POC. Your client has given you some POC, proof of concept, and you have to demonstrate that POC, that the concept or the approach you are talking about, is it really working? You have to show something to your client. And once your client is impressed, they can give you the complete project that may go for many years. Because now I'm not aware, I'm not clear whether I will be getting a project or not. I just need to do a POC that will take suppose 15 days or 1 month. And just for 1 month, I don't want to buy a lot of servers. In that case, simply go with the cloud. As per your requirement, whatever high configuration server you need, whatever amount of RAM you need, whatever amount of hard disk, networking capabilities, or much more, it's completely customizable. You specify your requirement, they will provide it for you. And the good part is they will be charging only for your uses. That means out of 24 hours, if you are using their server for suppose 5 hours only, they will be charging only for 5 hours, not for the entire 24 hours. That's the good thing. And auto scaling of hardware. Auto scaling of hardware means initially you don't have to go with the large number of servers, because you may not be very much clear about your load capacity and all. So let's start with a smaller one. And as and when you have a need, okay, my server is you can say not capable of handling my request because I have a smaller server and I have a larger load, you can auto scale. The cloud service provider, whether it's a AWS or Google or Azure, they are capable of increasing your capacity on demand as and when required. Let me give you another example. Suppose Independence Day is coming, and Amazon has come with a freedom sale, right? The freedom sale will go for few days, maybe 3 days, 5 days. But only for those 5 days. Is it a good idea to buy new servers? No. What AWS will do is, Amazon will enable the auto scaling. That means only for these 5 days, as and when the demand will increase, because people will buy more products, they are giving some offers and all. So they are expecting some more traffic, maybe 5 times, 10 times traffic as compared to normal traffic. So only for those 5 days, auto scaling will be enabled, and as and when your load is increasing, more number of server will be added to your servers. I mean, to your servers capacity. It may be possible that in the midnight, or from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m., there is very limited load on your website. But in the evening time, because people are back from office and they have sufficient time, I would say from 6 p.m. to midnight, that is a lot of people will be buying something. That will be your peak load time. So during that time, your cloud service provider can add more servers to your application, so that none of the buyer is facing any challenge. Because ultimately, if as a buyer you are not able to buy, you are not able to make the payment, that's ultimately loss to the company. So they don't want this. They will plan in advance, they will increase the capacity in on the runtime, so that every user will be able to place the order and every transaction will be successful. That's the ultimate purpose of auto scaling. Okay. And it's a completely cloud managed service. When I'm saying increasing the capacity, adding more servers at runtime at midnight, you don't have to do anything manually. It's completely automatic. It will keep on monitoring the load, as and when it will find that we are receiving more requests but the servers are less, they are not capable to handle the current load. Behind the scene, your cloud service provider will increase the capacity, it will add more servers, and the vice versa also. When the load is decreasing, there is no point of keep like 10 servers running. That's unnecessary adding cost to my company. So as and when your load is decreasing, it is smart enough to remove few servers from your capacity, and this way it will automatically maintain. Okay. And as we discussed about the last one, pay as you go. If you're using less, you have to pay less. Using more, you have to pay more. It's completely like as per your uses. So this was just a brief introduction, like what is cloud computing. I am taking a pause here. If anyone is having any doubt on any of the point, or if you want to add something, you are most welcome. Okay, seems like there is no doubt. So let's move to the next slide. The next is cloud service providers. Although there are a lot of other cloud service providers as well, but let's talk about the major cloud service provider. These are the main three cloud service player in the market. The top one is AWS, that is Amazon Web Services. Microsoft and Google jumped into this cloud computing little late. As compared to AWS, they jumped little late. So Microsoft is providing the cloud service with the name Azure, and Google is providing cloud service with the name Google Cloud, or we call it as a Google Cloud Platform, GCP. Apart from these three, there are few more small cloud service provider like Alibaba cloud service provider and much more. But if you join any company, any good company, and if you are looking for any cloud related projects, 70% chances are there you will be lending into AWS. 30% chances are there you may get Microsoft Azure or Google Cloud project as well. Okay, so this is about service provider. Now moving to the next one, cloud service models. What does it mean? I will take that Goa trip example again, because that will help you to understand. So when you are taking the services on rent, there are different categories. The bottom one, the basic one, is IaaS. That stands for Infrastructure as a Service. That means if you are looking for infrastructure, you don't need to buy it. That's available as a service. That means you are saying I need 5 servers. But what about operating system? You want to install Windows, Linux, Mac, what? Then you will say that I will take care. That service, the operating system service, you do not want to take from the cloud. You are simply telling the cloud that I just need server from you. I will be paying only for server. Rest of the stuff I will take care by myself. I have to buy the license for Mac or license for Windows, that's my responsibility, I will do that. In that case, you will be charged only for infrastructure, the hardware. But on top of that, as you can see, there is another layer, platform as a service. That means along with hardware, you are saying, okay, please provide the operating system as well, because there is no point of having a server without operating system. And I don't want to go into those details like how to install Windows and Mac. I don't want to do that. Please provide me the servers with operating system installed, and I will tell you which operating system I'm looking for. And they will charge for two things, operating system cost and hardware cost. But I'm okay to pay that. In that case, I'm going with platform as a service. That means as a developer, I'm directly getting the platform in the sense you will be doing some development, you will be writing some SQL queries, some Python code, some web application. So you are looking directly for the platform where you can start doing the development. So that is platform as a service. And on top, we have software as a service. As the name indicates, the end product, the software, whatever we are developing, is available as a service. You don't have to buy it. For example, any photo editing service nowadays. Suppose there is a Photoshop or Adobe Photoshop, Canva, there are many more. So instead of buying that software and installing on our system, because that will be consuming my system's RAM and resources. If I'm modifying any photo or I'm editing any video, that will be consuming my system resources. And maybe that software is quite heavy, because in order to render your videos and photo editing and all, it needs a lot of hardware, good hardware. On the other side, nowadays, there are online website. You simply go to Google and type edit photo online. You'll find some website. They will ask you to upload a photo, do some modification over there. Entire processing is happening on the server, not on your system. Although you can see on the browser, but ultimately the processing is happening on the server side. And once your final product is ready, you can download it. That is software as a service. That means you don't need to buy it. You can go for the subscription. You want monthly subscription, you want yearly subscription, you can go with that, so that you can get the premium features and you can directly use that software as a service itself. Okay, now coming to the Goa example, I will fit it here. If you are looking only for car, only for hardware, how to run it, that you will take care. You are, that means you are simply going with the bottom layer, infrastructure as a service. If you need the driver as well, driver and car from the same company, that means you are going with platform as a service. And on top of that, software as a service means that everything will be provided by them. Whether it's a guide or driver or car, everything they will be providing. You don't have to do anything. You are directly ready to start your trip. Okay, now why we are talking about cloud service model? Because when you are planning to migrate into cloud, you have to consider your budget and a few more things, right? Sometime you can say, okay, there is no consent on the budget, please go with platform as a service, so that your cloud service provider will install the operating system for you and you are ready for your development. On the other side, suppose you are a startup and you are looking for a budget friendly setup, then in that case you will say, please just provide me the server because I don't want to buy it. But after that, maybe I will go with Ubuntu, that's an open source, I will install by myself. So in that case, you are simply going with infrastructure as a service, and there is no restriction. It's completely up to you what you are looking for. Any cloud service provider will not tell you that, okay, you have to take this service or you have to take that service, this is mandatory, nothing. It's completely up to you. Yeah, if you are going for a longer term, that can be, you can say, little bit cheap, that's possible. That happens everywhere, right? If you are going for 1 month subscription, that can be costly. If you're going with 3 years of subscription, that can be little cheaper. You can get some offer. And when in a company you are looking for hundreds of server different projects, you can even get higher discount. That's possible. But you have the full flexibility to choose the services which you are looking for. Okay, so I'm stopping here again for 2 minutes. In case you're having any doubt, you can ask me. So as we discussed in the beginning, let's make it interactive. You can ask me any doubt, or you can add something if you want.
Hey, Neeraj, Sridhar here.
Yes, Sridhar.
So, compared to AWS, how about the other cloud platforms like Azure or Google, right?
Mhm.
GCP. So, which one has like more demand? So, this one cloud service enough to to have a good experience?
Yeah, I will split your question in two part. First question is, like, out of these three, which one is more popular or more in demand? So AWS is definitely leading the market because it started long back, and Microsoft and Google jumped into this field little late. That's what I was telling. In case you are looking for a cloud project, data engineering project, more chances are there you will be getting AWS. Coming to another question, if I learn AWS or I learn Azure or I learn Google Cloud, then can I work on other clouds, or do I need to learn all these three separately? That's not required. Learning all these three separately is definitely not required, because concepts will remain same, only the terminology will be little different. I have worked on Google Cloud, I have worked on AWS, and I have little bit idea on Azure as well. I know very well that only terms will be different. They call one service as, if I talk about AWS, they call it as EC2. EC2 stand for Elastic Compute Cloud. On the other side, Microsoft Azure, they call it as virtual machine, and Google Cloud, they call it as compute machine. Sorry, compute engine. So three different names, but exactly they are referring to the same thing. That is nothing but remote server. This is one example. Similarly, all other services are supported by all three clouds. The terminology can be little bit here and there. So since AWS is leading the market, if you are aware about AWS concepts, and tomorrow, in case you are getting an opportunity to work on Azure or Google Cloud, you can easily work on that. Maybe initially few days you will feel okay, you call it this one, and I am aware about suppose AWS, we call it as a Lambda function, and on the other side, Google Cloud, they call it as a cloud function. So slowly and gradually, in next initial few days, you will understand that okay, the names are different, but exactly the concept is remains same only. Okay, does that answer your
Got it.
question, Sridhar?
Yeah, yeah, got it. Thanks.
Okay, any other doubt from anyone else? Please don't hesitate.
Yeah, Neeraj, Madhu here.
Yes, Madhu.
I actually asked you that one. What are the service will cover?
We'll explain that at the end of the class.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. So if anyone is having any other doubt, please don't hesitate. There is no silly question. If you are, I mean, not clear about anything, just ask me. I will answer that. Okay, let's move to the next slide. And okay, the next is benefits of cloud computing. If everyone is talking about cloud computing, people are jumping into cloud computing. People from IT background is fine. I mean, in IT background, you are working in non-cloud, on-premise or Java, Python, something, and you are planning into enter into cloud. That still makes sense. But I'm telling you from my experience, from my past few batches, people even from non-IT background. I have trained one chemical engineer. You will be surprised. One electrical engineer. These are jumping into IT because IT and cloud and all these things are trending nowadays, and people from different fields, non-IT fields as well, they're trying their luck in this one cloud computing. But the question is why everyone, why the industry, why all the projects are running towards cloud? Definitely there is something interesting, something I can say meaningful over there, right? Let's try to find out. So the first one is cost saving. No upfront cost for setting up the infrastructure. I was giving an example, right? If you are looking for some servers for 15 days or 1 month for doing some POC, why do you need to buy the hardware, right? Because buying the hardware is a big process. You need a lot of approvals, you will go to the market, you will evaluate, there are so many things. But if you are looking for a remote server, within 5 minutes it will be ready. Create your account, AWS, hardly take 5 minutes. Request for a server, next 15 minutes you will start your development. You don't need to wait for anyone, and pay as per usage. They are not charging you for 24 hours. As far as your server is in stopped state, they won't be charging. And the server is for you only. I mean, you have some data on the server and you have stopped it. they won't be charging. The data is still safe. Tomorrow when you will start your server again, data is there, you can work on that. And as soon as you are done with your development work or whatever work you do, just stop the server. Okay, so that's the first benefit. The second benefit, scalability and flexibility. I was giving an example, right? In the beginning you don't have to think big and don't have to go with a large number of server. That's not required. You simply go with small deployment in the beginning, and later on, as and when required, you can scale on demand. Just like I was giving example of Independence Day sale, right? So you can go on demand. And reliability, we are completely dependent on the cloud now, right? I am accessing some server from India and the server is located in US San Francisco. But how do I make sure that the server will be safe over there? Because any natural calamity, any type of situation, right? My server can crash, my server hard disk can crash, some virus attack, some cyber security things, or some natural calamity, some storm or anything. Like in that case, your cloud service provider's responsibility. And how do they do it? They basically maintains duplicate copy of your data at a different location. That's the only way. There is no other way. They have to take some backup. So they have server in Mumbai, they have server in Hyderabad, they have server in Europe, US, and all across the world. So what they do is they maintain duplicate copy of data. That's what we call as multiple redundant site, and support disaster recovery. At any point of time, your Mumbai server was affected because of the flood or any other reason, don't worry that you will be losing your data. Your data will be immediately accessible from altogether different location, and where they are maintaining, that's not your concern. As a developer, you will request for data. They will not even tell you that Mumbai server is affected and we are providing you the data from Europe server. They will not tell you. They will provide you the data, and that's what you are interested in. That's all. And the last one, maintenance is completely taken care by cloud service provider. If you are working on a database, I mean suppose on premise database, you are responsible for physical security of the server, you are responsible for cyber security of the server. At any point of time, any patches, any security patch, any upgrade, you have to take care, right? But if you go with the cloud, the only thing you are worried about is the development. Security patches, cyber security, physical security, upgrading the version of the database, that is completely taken care by your cloud service provider. They will take care of all the maintenance activities. So these are the different benefits. You don't need to remember it, but you should know. No one will be asking in that interview like it's a very basic stuff. No one will ask like what are the benefits of cloud computing. They may come up with some scenario, and then they can say, okay, in this scenario how cloud can help, or what are the benefits of cloud here. If I do this, will cloud will help me, or will cloud have some limitation? Something question can be around this. So you don't have to exactly remember this, but you should be aware that these are the benefits of cloud computing. Okay, any doubts on this slide? Okay, so we talked about benefits, but in this world, there is nothing which has only benefits. Everything comes with some limitations, right? Same thing is here. If you are planning to migrate to the cloud, you should not only think about benefits, you should also think about limitations, because you cannot take the decision like blindly. You have to think about everything: security, cost wise, budget, compatibility, networking, benefits, limitations, everything you have to consider, and then finally come with a final decision that are you ready to migrate to the cloud, or you are still okay with your current setup, right? Cloud is trending does not mean that everyone will be migrating to the cloud. I will tell you the scenario, like in which scenario people are not migrating to the cloud. So let's jump to the next slide, and we'll be talking about limitations of cloud computing. The first one, completely dependent on internet. Although internet is nowadays is not a big deal, but still, if your internet is down, that means your entire team is non-productive, because nothing is installed on your local system. You are not keeping on your local. For everything, whether it's a server, it's a coding, it's a deployment, it's a code, for each and everything, you are dependent on some remote server. And unfortunately, internet is down. That means your application will not be accessible. There will be loss of productivity. That's one reason. Second, and the most important one, is leakage of sensitive information, specifically with banking clients. I have worked with banking clients in past, with American Express and other banks as well. I will tell you what are the challenges. So when, as a cloud service provider, suppose I'm a AWS representative or I'm a Microsoft representative, and I'm visiting a bank and I'm telling them that these are the benefits of cloud computing and will help you to maintain everything from our end, and you just concentrate on your banking stuff. You know what banking will say? They will say that, okay, you are telling a lot of benefits of cloud computing, I'm impressed, but at the same time, I hold very critical information for my clients, their bank balance, their assets, their investments, and their contact details, contact number, address. There are a lot of very critical details. Right now those details are stored on my local server, where I am responsible for providing the physical security. Bank has always like secure infrastructure and all this thing, right? If I am moving my data on the cloud, what's the guarantee that my data is not stolen? Because if my customer data is stolen, that's very not a good one for my reputation, for my bank's reputation, right? That's why banking clients are not very comfortable migrating to the cloud because of this one. Although AWS will make sure that they will provide you physical security, cyber security, virus attack, everything they will do, but still you are handing over your data to someone else, still there will be some doubt in your mind. That's why nowadays the new concept is, because banking clients and maybe some more firms, more organizations who are more concerned about the data security, they are not comfortable with the cloud. That's why every cloud, whether it AWS or Azure or GCP, they have come up with a hybrid approach. And what is that hybrid approach? Is they are telling banks that, okay, whatever you think that, okay, this is my very critical data which you don't want to move it to the cloud, you keep it with you. But there can be something else, like credit card history. I will tell you, every user credit card history has a transaction detail, but there is some personal information, like who is the user, what's the name, contact number, address. If we remove that contact number, address and name, the remaining history, that can be used for data analytics. And not only for analytics, it is used for even fraud analytics. It is even used for drafting very attractive, you can say, offers for you. Because everyone has a different preference, right? Some people are more into traveling, some people are more into gaming, some people are more into dining, and there can be many more. So as per your uses, as per the activities available in your city, right, accordingly they will be coming up with some offer. And in order to find out those details, like for this particular person who is into traveling, what type of offers we should launch, right? So those type of analytics can be done definitely on the cloud. And we don't need any personal detail, we don't want like this transaction is done by whom, because we are coming up with some a common offer, right? So that's possible. That's why banks are these cloud service providers are coming with a hybrid approach, in which some part will be on the banking side and some part will be on the cloud side, and there will be proper connectivity between these, because maybe your on premise, your bank servers will be interacting with the cloud service, and cloud service will be interacting with your bank services as well. That's why nowadays banks are okay to migrate few things on cloud, not everything, but they're doing it. Okay, so exchange info between on premise and cloud, that can be difficult. Why we are calling as a challenge? Because everything is not on the cloud, neither everything is on the on premise, you are doing a mix and match. So I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's little complicated, but that's possible. And last but not the least is monopoly of service providers. This is very important thing. I will tell you from my project experience. We are using one service from AWS, and that service is very good, and very good, that's why they are doing monopoly. Every 6 months, you won't believe, they will be increasing the price. First of all, they are charging hourly basis. They are not going with a full year of package and all, they will be charging hourly basis only. And they are increasing the price like anything. Every 6 months they will send an email that from 1st of July, 1st of January, the charges will be increasing from $50 per hour to $60 per hour. Since there is no competitor, since the service is quite good and you have a dependency, you have to pay for it. So if you are handing over everything on the cloud, be ready that some point of time they will be increasing the price and you have to bear that. Okay. Otherwise, what you can do is nowadays people are going with cross cloud as well. That means whatever service you find cheaper or better with AWS, you go with that. But few other services you are saying, okay, AWS is charging more, I will go with Google. You can do that. You can do mix and match. People do that. Storage is available on Google Cloud, and processing is available on AWS, and machine learning is available on Azure. That's possible. So you have to do some exploring, and as per your budget, as per your preference, as per your company's standard compliance, there will be many more approvals involved, but you can go with Cruise Cloud as well. Okay. So these are the limitations, and if you compare limitations and benefits, I think limitations are very limited and there are a lot of benefits. So it's abjectly, I mean, there is no doubt that companies and engineers and everyone is running towards cloud computing. Okay. So that is all about introduction to cloud computing. In case you're having any doubt till now, you can ask me. Otherwise, we'll jump towards creating a AWS free trial account. Let me randomly check if any doubt is there. Any doubt from your side, Deepti?
Uh, no, I'm good.
Okay. Ashad, any doubt from your side?
Sir, what is auto scaling? Can you explain again?
Okay. Auto scaling means you are increasing the capacity or decreasing the capacity at runtime automatically. Scaling means scale. In scaling, there are two things: scale up, scale down. Scale up means you are increasing the capacity. Suppose you have two server and your Amazon website is running and people are buying some products, but slowly the traffic is increasing, more people are starting buying, and those two servers are going like CPU utilization is going 90%. That means after a few minutes, few people will face some challenges. Page is not opening, transaction is failing, they are not able to add the products to the cart. Something will happen, right? Because servers are going out of capacity, and no company wants that. People are ready to buy and somehow they are not able to buy. That's not good. So behind the scene, if you have enabled the auto scaling, they will increase the server. Instead of two server, AWS will add one more server. Three servers are there now. So that the traffic which was distributed among two servers earlier, now the traffic will be distributed among three servers. And maybe after half an hour, even those three servers are not sufficient. So it will add more servers. So scaling up means adding more servers, scaling down means removing the server if it's not required. And auto scaling means that you don't have to add the server and remove the server manually. That is automatic. It will consider some scenario. Usually we go with CPU utilization. If CPU utilization is going beyond some limit, suppose 70%, 80%, it will add the, I can say, new server. And if it's coming below that, suppose now it's early morning time, 4 a.m., 5 a.m., people are not buying much, and you still have five servers behind the scene, and every server's CPU utilization is hardly like 20%. So there is no point, right? Why should I keep five servers running? Maybe two servers are sufficient. So three servers will be removed from the backside, and two server will be, you can say, handling your request. I hope that answer your question.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else? Satish, Sridhar, Venkat, Madhu. Okay, that's good. If there is no doubt, let's move to the last part of the class, that is about AWS trial account creation. So I will show you directly on the browser. Just give me a moment. What you do is simply go to your browser, whatever is your favorite browser, Chrome or whatever. Okay. And what you do is, suppose I will do Google. Okay. Go to Google and type AWS trial account. That's all. And you will find all the details about trial account. Let me type it. AWS trial account. Okay. And you can see that the very first, get a free trial, free tier account. But when we say free, right, does it mean that it's completely unlimited free? No. Free always comes with some term and conditions, right? If everything is free, then the big companies, they don't need to pay anything, right? They can use hundreds of server, auto scaling is enabled, and lot of stuff. No, definitely it's not unlimited free. But from a learning point of view, it's more than sufficient. First of all, the validity is 1 year. Our training will finish in 6 weeks, but even after that, for the entire year, your trial account will be valid. And for every service, there is some limit, but that limit is too good, you won't be able to consume it. So I will tell you what are the things. You can see that AWS free tier, and if you scroll down, you will find some details here. So you can see that 12 months free, and we will find some detail as well. Yes, you can see that on the compute. I was talking about EC2, right? I use this term EC2. That's nothing but remote server. You will get 750 hours per month. That's quite a good limit. That means even if you keep one server running 24 by 7, and suppose 30 days in a month, so 30 multiplied by 24, it's 720 only, right? Even if it's a July or August month having 31 days, it's still not crossing 750. But that's not a good idea. I mean, it's not a good idea to keep your server running 24 by 7. That's not a good practice. But I'm telling you that even if you keep one server running, it's absolutely under your limit. You can use that. Amazon S3, that is storage, and 5 GB is allowed. That's quite good for training point of view. And similarly, RDS is nothing but a database. So all the service limit are listed here. DynamoDB 25 GB, SageMaker 2 months, Lambda 1 million, free request per month. That's quite good. We won't be able to consume that. And there are many more. You can see that. So creating a trial account is quite easy. What you will do is click on create a trial account. You have to provide your email ID, and as usual it will be sending some confirmation email on your email. You just confirm that. You can see this root user email address. What is root user? That I will explain in tomorrow's class. But as a high level, root user is nothing but your full admin user, you can say, who has the full privilege, full permissions. So provide your email address here, and then you can provide AWS account name. You can provide anything, you just provide training, something like that. I will tell you why do we provide account name. Because sometimes as a company you have multiple accounts. If I talk about my project, we have dev account, we have stage account, we have production account. How do I remember? Because every account will come with a 12 digit account number, which is difficult to remember. Just like we can remember our friend's name, I can remember my 10 friends name, 20 friends name, but I cannot remember their number. Same thing is here. So provide some meaningful name, so that later on when you have multiple projects, you at least you can identify that okay, this account is for training purpose, this is for development purpose, this is for testing purpose, and this one is for production purpose. That you can do. Okay, provide some name, click on verify email address. You will receive an email, and click on that. After that, the next step is, let me come back to the slide. Next step is it will ask you for your payment information. Although it's a free trial account, but for your uh, identity they will be charging only, you can see that, temporarily hold up to $1 or equivalent amount in local currency. If you are using your Indian card, they will be charging you 2 INR. And only for, I mean, today they will be charging, and in next 2-3 days, as you can see here, 3-5 days to verify your identity. After 3 to 5 days, you will receive those 2 rupees back. So there are no charges actually on your card. So provide your credit card or debit card details here, and you are good. Within 5 minutes, your account is created. But sometime depending upon your card and all, it may take few hours, but maximum 24 hours. Within 24 hours, on your email, you will receive an confirmation mail from AWS that your trial account is ready. Okay, and when your trial account is ready, you can log in. Let me show you. My trial account is ready, which I use, and every year I create a new account. So I will go back to browser, and I will be logging in here. Okay, so this is my email address. I will click on next, password, and along with that I have enabled MFA. MFA is nothing but multi-factor authentication. What is that all about? We'll explore in tomorrow's class in much more detail. It's just like in Gmail, right? Along with username and password, you get an OTP just for a extra security. Same thing is here. So I'm just entering it from my phone. Give me a moment. 930296. It's basically to make your account more secure, because if someone they come to know about your username and password somehow, that's not good, because someone can launch 100 server from your account without your knowledge, and you will be surprised at the end of the month, then you will be charged some amount on your credit card, which is definitely not a good thing, right? So to avoid that, we will be enabling this MFA, so that we have the full control on our account and our account is more secure. Okay, so I have logged into my AWS account, and there are a lot of details displayed here. Don't have to worry about it. We'll explore each and everything in our upcoming classes. On a high level, you can see that there is a services icon here. You click on that and you will find all lot of services. There are more than 200, 300 services, and they will keep on adding more. So there are different categories. Analytics categories is there, application integration, blockchain, business application, financial management, compute, container, database, and much more. Okay, what different services we will be covering, that I will be showing shortly. Okay, coming on the right side, you can see that it's displaying my account name. I have given account name as training underscore dev. If you expand that, you will find a unique account ID. That's a unique number. This will be used somewhere during our classes, during our training. You will notice that we will be using this account number somewhere, and some more details you can see here. That's all. Okay, billing and cost management, that's also very important. In the billing and cost management, there is an option to for enabling the alerts. I will show you that. So on the left side, if you scroll down, there will be something, billing preference. Okay, you click on billing preference and you enter your email address. Basically, if you are about to reach your limit, your whatever your free limit, right? Once you are crossing 80% or 85% of limit, they will be sending you an email to make you alert that you are about to cross the limit. After that, it will start charging. So be alert on that. And if by mistake, our practice is, you will notice that in everyday class we will start some service and I will immediately stop after the class. That's my best practice. You should also follow that. But unfortunately, you forget to stop something, they will send you an email and you can stop it. You can see that. So AWS free tier alerts are delivered on my email address. You can see that. By default, it's not there. When you will open it, you will not find any email address. So you click on edit and provide some email ID, and that's all. Okay. So that's all about how to create a trial account. And coming to that one, like someone was asking the detailed course content. Let me open my website. So you can also visit my website, thecloudengineering.com, and you can find all the details over there. So I will show you the detailed course content. So this is a 6-week training program. The classes are from Monday to Friday, India morning time. The same thing is like Sunday evening to Thursday evening US time. So you can go to courses. We have two courses. One is live training, one is recorded one. In case someone is not comfortable with the timing and you are looking for recorded course, you can even go with that. So this one is recorded session, this one is August batch. So let's go to this and you will find some content. So you can see the contents are here. First is a small test. Are you ready for cloud? If you want, you can just give this test. It's hardly take 10 minutes. Does not need any technical knowledge. Does not need any programming language knowledge, nothing like that. You can try. This one is demo class recording from my June batch, because today we are conducting the demo class. So maybe next half an hour I will remove this and I will place today's recording. This is our detailed course content. Let's check it out. Okay, so the detailed course content, starting with the first section, this one, introduction to cloud computing, introduction to AWS, creating trial account, creating billing alerts. That part we have already done. So you can say that training has already been started. Tomorrow we'll be talking about IAM. That is basically identity access management. We'll definitely talk more about it, yes, tomorrow's class in detail and everything practically. After that, S3, that is mainly about your storage service. Then EC2, that's about your remote server. We have EC2 basics, we have EC2 advanced. We have VPC, that's mainly about networking. We have Lambda functions, we have load balancers, we have Route 53 service, databases, and security options, CloudWatch, CloudTrail, Secret Manager, KMS, SNS, SES, SQS, ACM. You don't have to remember all this thing. You can always go to my website and explore from there, or just ping me on WhatsApp. I might have already shared the detailed course content with you, but in case you didn't receive it, just ping me and I will provide it to you. CACD, that's very hot topic nowadays. Continuous integration and continuous deployment. So under this category there are different services like Git, code commit, code build, code deploy, code pipeline. And the last week of the training will be about Python. We don't need any prior programming knowledge. If you don't know, it's absolutely fine. We will be starting from very scratch. Although cloud does not need any programming language knowledge, but if you Python is trending nowadays, if you know a little bit of Python, that's good for you. You should not be completely blank about it. That's why our last week is dedicated for Python basics, and we will be doing PySpark as well, and each and everything will be practically on our trial account. So this is our 6 week training program and the detailed course content. Any doubt?
Yeah, Neeraj, in Glue, can you create some sample pipelines and can you show also?
Glue. Okay, I will try that. I
Yeah,
need to create by myself first, and then we'll connect a class for it.
okay. And you have any idea for a recent free trial accounts and all, like a Cloud9 is not accessing?
I heard from someone, but to be frank, in my office project, I'm still using Cloud9. I use yesterday itself. I need to check whether maybe it is not free. That's possible that they might have support the free version and maybe paid one, but they haven't stopped the Cloud9. Cloud9 is still there. All of my team's developer are using
Yeah,
Cloud9.
yeah, Cloud9 is there, but maybe the recent whoever created the free trial accounts and all after July 25th, maybe they stopped. So,
But I need to check because these things keeps on changing. AWS will keep on coming with some new rules, and sometime launching new services, sometimes stopping the old free services. So that's possible. I'm just checking on Google like what is the Cloud9 announcements.
okay.
Anyway, I will check that separately. If it's free of course not available, then we cannot use Cloud9 banner,
Okay.
Amazon official website. What is okay? Let me search on Chrome. I don't know why this is doing like this. Anyway, I will check this out later. Okay. Any other doubt? Any other question from anyone? On the timing we have already talked about. It's Monday to Friday India morning time, Sunday to Thursday US evening time. Every day after the class, I will be uploading the recording and the PDF or whatever else I will be using. I am using any sample data, any zip file, anything I will demonstrate during the class will be uploaded on the course. And along with the study material, what else you will get is you will get weekly test as well. You can see that. So AWS Data Engineering training test week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. Every week you can test your knowledge. It's a 15 minutes of test, and that's all. Anyone is having any doubts?
Neeraj, one question.
Mhm.
After completing this course, we'll be able to clear the any certification programs, any exams?
Okay, that's a good question. So let me tell you, certification is looking for very in-depth knowledge. So I would say 6 week of training you should attend and do it practically, because when I'm doing something practically, I'm showing something, it looks very simple, it looks very easy. But when you will do it, you will understand what are the challenges, how to fix them, what is the concept. So my recommendation is you attend 6 week training and do everything practically. Apart from that, you need 6 more weeks to go in depth, go to AWS documentation. I will provide you some extra material like interview questions, and basically go into more detail, more depth. And after 3 months from today, you should be ready to go for any certification.
Thanks. Got it. Yeah.
Yeah. I will tell you the certification is not like, okay, what's the capital of India and four options, Delhi, Mumbai. It's not like that. The question itself will be around 20 lines because all questions are scenario based. There is no direct question. They will tell you the scenario that there is a banking client and they are looking for this one but they are concerned about this one. Then what is the best option out of these four? So you have to understand, you have to spend more time on the questions first, try to understand their scenario. And for different scenario different options can be correct. For example, one client will say that there is no constraint on the budget, I'm looking for fast response, I want that people when they are buying the products there should be very smoother experience, I don't want any transaction is failing and forget about money. In that case answer will be different, which service you should go with. But another scenario, someone will say there is a new company, new startup, they are little bit concerned on the budget at this point of time. They are saying if 90% of transactions are going good, I'm okay. If 10% of people are facing issue, that's not an issue for me. In that case answer will be little different. So there is no hard and fast. It's not like okay 2 plus 3 is equal to 5 only. It's not that type of questions. That's why I'm telling that along with this training program you have to go with AWS documentation. The good part is AWS provides very good documentation. You always should go with AWS documentation to know more about that particular service and do it practically on trial account and gain more confidence. If possible, go with some mock test as well from Udemy or other websites. Even I'm planning to add one test. There can be one mock test for certification. You buy some mock test. You can buy 5 mock test. Go with it. Understand your level. Like, are you up to that standard? Are you ready for the certification? And then yes, you can register yourself with AWS, and then they will provide you the date and time, and then you can go for the certification. I think minimum marks is something around 72. Okay, does that answer your question?
Yeah, fine. And the follow-up question, like you just mentioned about the scenario basis question, right? So, like, at what experience usually companies will ask you, hey, this is my requirement. How do you design it? How do you develop it? So, what is the period experience for that to do it?
Talking about interview or certification?
Interview.
Interview. It depends. Like if you are showing 6 months of experience, or if you are doing the 6 week training and doing everything practically, you can show something around 1 year of experience. That's what people do.
Mm.
The point here is
Okay.
that if you are showing 1 year of experience means you should have that much of confidence. Because if you are simply attending the class and not doing the things practically and still you are showing 1 year of experience, interview will come to know within 5 minutes that you only know the concept, you haven't done the things practically.
Mm.
That's why I am saying that you have to do it practically on your trial account, gain more confidence, gain more knowledge. After that you are ready to face interview where you have mentioned like 1 year of experience, and whatever scenario they will ask, like how to do it, how to do that, what are the day-to-day challenges, how to fix it, you will be able to answer that.
Okay.
Okay, any other question from anyone?
So, Neeraj, I have some small doubt. Like, we used to create the pipelines and all in AWS Glue, am I right? So,
Yes.
at the end, into the production and all, we used to deploy the .py scripts, or we will just export the designs and deploy into the project.
There is no direct I mean right and wrong answer for that, because there are different approaches. When you say .py file means you are using Python, but that's not mandatory. You may achieve the same thing without Python also. You can go with, there's Athena service which is capable of processing the data directly from S3. There is no programming language involved in that. So there are many ways for doing something, and it depends upon, it's a data analytics project, or do you need to modify the data, is it a machine learning project, it's a web application, or it can be something else, like that. So during our training program I will keep on sharing my real work experience. Like today we are talking about some service, where exactly that service
Yeah.
fits in the entire project, that I will keep on explaining.
Okay.
Data pipeline is one thing. There is another pipeline also. We call it as a code pipeline. If you have some code which is there in your Git repository and you want to deploy it somewhere, right? So that's not your data pipeline. It's nothing to do with data. It's a code pipeline. How to deploy the code? That's a separate pipeline. How to process the data? That's a data pipeline. So these two are different things, and we'll explore in more detail.
Okay. Okay, Neeraj. Thank you.
Okay. Anything else from anyone? Okay, then we are good. I appreciate your time. I thank everyone for making it interactive and joining the demo class. Tomorrow we will be starting with the regular classes, and the same meeting link, whatever you use today, that will be valid for our upcoming classes as well. Okay. So that's all for today. I hope you liked it. I hope you have got the basic idea what cloud computing is, what are the prerequisite. Coming to prerequisite, to be frank, there is no prerequisite. If you don't know Java, if you don't know Python, absolutely not required. If you know data in any manner, if you know little bit what is data is, how the data is maintained in table, row, column, if you know little bit about it, you are good to start with. And I'm not assuming that you know SQL or you know Python or you know Java. No, I'm starting from very zero level. I will not skip anything. I will not say, okay, why to explain this because people may already know that. No, I will be explaining each and everything from zero level, and slowly and gradually we will increase the level of our classes. First week, usually I keep it light. Today was just introduction. We did not talk much about AWS. Tomorrow and day after tomorrow, Thursday and Friday morning India time, we will keep it light, little light to get you started. And next week onwards, we will be picking little bit of speed. Okay, so before tomorrow's class, make sure that you are creating your free trial account because sometime it takes some time. So maybe do it now so that before tomorrow's class, your trial account is ready. And after that, you are good to attend the classes and do the things practically on your own trial account. Okay, friends, so that's all for today. I will see you guys in tomorrow's class. Thank you.
Thank you.